Hey, how are you?
I'm well. I haven't seen you.
Where have you been?
I haven't seen you in the internet world since like I don't know July.
Since last time we FaceTimed 2 nights
Probably.
ago. Talked about this.
If you guys don't remember, I'm Adam. That's Cody. This is Frolfcenter. Blah blah blah. You can also follow us on our other social medias. We're all over the internet. Yada yada yada. Go buy stuff on the website. We're all out of the Black New eras. We still have the dad hats, the beanies, the towels, and the sweatshirts.
Shit, my bad.
Oh yeah, so we got all that still. Oh yeah, there we go. That's much better.
All right, Jesus. Jeez,
yeah, we avoided a real problem there.
Yeah, could have got serious.
You guys are in the chat. Say hey, what's up, Cody? You were trying to give us a.
Yeah, hey guys, Cody. Back again. We're back at it. Just remember, everything said here is covered under free use as news, parody, and/or research. Thanks for watching. We're not going to get in trouble.
Yeah, that was our legal thing, because if we were to show something like this, you're getting sued for this now. I guess I'm not really sure.
Our good old friend PDJ Rodman.
Mm-hmm. He's a trailblazer in litigiary, I think. Yeah, like if you were to show this, apparently this would mess up. I don't know. This would not be good for Prodigy. Apparently, this is we've been told by the lawyers that this might be okay. Not really sure, but maybe. Anyway. I guess that is the biggest news, isn't it? We just got to go there, right?
Yeah. I mean, we'll just, if you guys didn't know, Prodigy turns hostage.
Yeah.
Nice.
Everyone knows Gannon Burr's getting sued by Prodigy for breach of contract. And of course, part of that, like there's a whole bunch of stuff. One is the memes that were being made apparently they think they're going to cost Prodigy a bunty of money. Prodigy said losing Gannon's going to cost him $1.5 million. Gannon then went nuclear and said, hey, the issue is, part of the issue is that the flashing on the discs is bad. The discs are too sharp, yada, yada, yada. And totally unrelated news, Kevin Jones just picked up a new sponsorship from Lowe's where they're going to give him sandpaper and X-Acto knives for the entire season. So it's going to be great for him.
Share with Alden and Isaac and...
Yeah, exactly. Those guys will be. I think, man, there was in their video of Gannon on putting game, like scraping his disc on the ground. Like this.
We've all done it.
We've all done it. Yeah.
We've all grabbed a fresh D2 and had to.
Yeah. But enough about the tough off season. MVP had a good off season.
Well, hold on. Let's show that Gannon Burr clip though. What he's wearing now and what he's doing right now.
Oh, wait, you want to show the clip now?
Yeah, just so everybody knows what he's wearing, what he's doing.
I was going to save that for the Vegas preview.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, we'll save that for Vegas preview. Sorry, yeah. This way I haven't done this in like 6 months. You can tell we're like new to this.
Yeah, I'm so nervous again for no reason at all.
Feels weird. I'm sweating in my basement with Cody. It's weird. But yeah, MVP had a much better offseason.
Nice.
They got the big boy. We have our buddy Will Davis from MVP. He's the social media manager, and I think he's got another hat he wears over there now too. He'll be on here probably in 5, 6, 7 minutes, and we'll talk to him about everything but the money. We're not allowed to ask him directly the money question. So we're going to try to get him to tell us like how many elephants they pay. You know, like maybe we can get him without dollars. Yeah, I don't know.
If a Bugatti costs this much.
Yeah, how many Bugattis can Simon Lizotte buy?
How many could Simon buy by the end of his contract?
How many McLarens can Simon Lizotte buy?
If a hat is $10, if a Prodigy hat is $12, how many Prodigy hats does he have to buy?
Oh, God. You know who else had a busy offseason was Lone Star. They signed pretty much everybody who sent them an email to their Ranger team.
Yeah.
And then, their marketing guy, Jeff Hoster, said, we asked him, like, what do you look for in somebody for Ranger team? And he said a pulse. So, yeah, there's Josh right there checking Ranger team, folks. Good stuff. Honestly, you could go to Twitter and type in like hashtag LSD Ranger team. And by the time you got done scrolling through it, Nico would have had like 8 putts already. That would be, that'd be good. Yeah, it's good. This weekend, disc golf kind of started back.
Yeah, it was fun to watch, man. It was.
Yeah.
Paul sucks, but yeah, it was fun to watch.
It was funny seeing Paul talk a little trash to Ricky drop out, and then Ricky's team still win.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
And then him switch with Chris Dickerson at the putting.
Right.
I mean, granted, Chris Dickerson wiped the floor with them on the accuracy contest.
Oh, my God, yeah.
But Paul forgot how to putt.
Yeah, it was weird. It was strange to see. And like, I still don't think Paul and Ricky like each other. Like, they were not comfortable sitting next to each other. It was not, yeah.
So in case anybody was watching, was wondering, we have one viewer right now. So
we have two, I think. Yeah, see,
and it's me and you.
It's me and you. Probably. No, I don't think that counts. I think
Kate's watching. Thank God.
Oh yeah, it's good, and they're both on Facebook. Oddly, no YouTube in today. So yeah, this was.
Everybody has any viewer questions?
Yeah, if any of the two of you want to talk. We do need some wager ideas. We joined a little fantasy disc golf league on Heiserbase. I did, and a couple of my buddies, and we're looking for wagers for like whoever's losing during that month has to either wear something stupid on their bag or we're looking for embarrassing each other sort of wager ideas. So if you have those, put them in the chat. What else we got? Oh, Vegas real disc golf. Well, real golf course disc golf starts this week. One of the first tournaments that had to change their name. Yeah, they changed the logo real quick though. They got rid of the strippers real fast. Like a couple years ago?
They're probably gonna have to lose the dice because so many people are under 18 or.
It could be, maybe. I don't know.
To beat a gamble.
I don't know. The dice are nice, but this could be Yahtzee, man. They could be playing Yahtzee. We do have a comment finally. Hey, Matt Hudnall. Thanks.
Hey, Matt Hudnall. Hey.
Yeah.
Thanks for being that one guy for us.
Okay, so Vegas, Ricky's already out because his wrist hurts. He said he's not going.
He's going to go ahead and take another week off.
Yeah, he's not going there. I don't think Paul's there. Kristen Tatar's not there. Paige Pierce is not there. But still pretty much the beginning.
I don't think Katrina's there either when I look.
That's a good question. I thought she might have been, but you're probably right. But they do have some new stuff on the courses. And I'm going to read from you at Innova's Millennium course. This is literally what they've written on their website about hole 7. This is a brand new hole this year. It is a 315-foot par 3 with a low ceiling off the tee. Key in on that low ceiling off the tee, right? The OB gets narrow as you get nearer to the basket. Hole 7 will require a straight shot with minimum fade. This new hole is one of the most technical holes on an otherwise fairly open course. If you guys would like to see what it looks like, Gannon Burr was out there today and gave us a little preview.
Here on hole 7 at the Millennium course, and this is what I'm working with. A point of view from my head. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go right there.
Good or bad? Good or bad?
I mean, bad for me. Like,
yeah,
if you have to throw, I'll go back to ball golf like Austin did a lot. You don't have a low ceiling off a tee pad in ball golf. If you hit a bad shot, then you have to suffer from the low ceiling.
Yeah. It feels a little USDGC to me, like let's arbitrarily make this harder.
I mean, and I get that golf needs to have all the shots, and it's fun to play different shots. I just don't think this is one of them.
Yeah, you could have put a hoop there. You know what I mean? You could have just put a big hula hoop with a triple mandel that way or something. It's weird to me that people are going to have to throw down, like nose down, downhill under this.
But and there's some of those courses we play. I think Etowah has a shot like that where it's better to get on a knee. And
that's what, right here, Matt. No. So a knee tee, annoying, yeah. And it's kind of what, here we go.
Sorry, Matt, that you're 18 feet tall.
Yeah, Matt is 6'10" or 11.
Matt couldn't throw the hole even on a knee.
Yeah, I know. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be weird. We can get to the rest of the minute because our first guest is here.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me get all this going. This has been a long time since I've worked the board back here.
Oh, yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, from MVP, one of the hardest working brands in the off season, it's Mr. Will Davis.
What's up?
What's up, buddy? How are you? Good to see you.
Good. It's been a while, I feel like.
It's for us too. I'm gonna get you on the big screen here. There we go. What's up?
I found my Axum hat, so I didn't have to run down the street and grab
awesome.
an MVP hat from you.
Next time. I got one. Got one waiting for you.
For sure, man. What's new with you?
Not too many off-season changes. Honestly, it's probably about the same as I talked to you guys last time.
Nice.
Oh yeah, nothing big, nothing. You guys didn't do anything huge.
Yep.
You didn't break the internet.
Still full time with MVP.
Yes. Majorly full time for
and
sure.
I read creative director and marketing director.
Not all that.
Sorry, social
Yeah.
creative
Yeah.
and social media director.
Yep. Manager, maybe director.
Whatever.
You know,
It's
maybe director one day.
it is what it is.
I plan to be here for at least 10 years.
Nice.
So.
So, with the new addition of a huge social media influence, you got Simon this year.
Yeah.
How excited are you to work with him? Maybe a little bit. You got anything planned? Because he's always got some great social media ideas and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
And what was the final contract? How many years is he there now? 10?
10. Yeah.
Nice.
That's what I was saying. I plan to be around for at least 10 years.
There you go. Yeah.
But yeah, I've worked in social media management for almost a decade now with different agencies, and then MVP since 2014 as like a little bit of volunteer. 2017, I was contracted on various scales, and then last year they wanted me to come on full time. And like influencer marketing has been so huge in the agency life, and how effective it is with just positioning a brand, and within the world of disc golf. I mean, Simon is the ideal influencer.
I mean, I know you don't know this for sure because the higher ups discuss this, but I mean, marketing wise and signing a player like Simon, I mean, even though he has very good skill, he won tournaments last year. How much bigger is the social media aspect of signing somebody like that?
Big, yeah.
Huge, like a 50-50 decision from skill to the beast that Simon is on social media.
What do you mean 50-50?
Like how much do you look at, like with Simon, obviously it's like you're gonna pick
how much
Simon.
of a decision was it because it's Simon, compared compared to somebody else that won an event or two last year, like Drew Gibson, he's pretty big on social media too, but some of the other same level players as Simon.
Yeah, I got you. So as far as like scaling what the decision was of like, how much we wanted this one, I don't know if that's like measurable really.
Yeah.
But like I can say that at MVP Open, like all of us like media guys were there, and all of us we talked after it was over, and it's like, well, if anybody didn't win, there was or if someone were to win that wasn't MVP, like at least it was Simon, because like we all like him as a person a lot. Yeah. And so I mean, just him being a actual solid dude, that that guy that you see on his vlogs is really, really close to the maybe a little bit more reserved in person, obviously, but like he's super he's just super nice. Like he truly loves disc golf. So like Chad said in that video that of his signing day, like MVP is all about good people first and like talent second. Wow. And like Simon is like, off the charts on both. So
yeah, Simon without social media, does he get a 10-year contract or does he get a 5-year contract?
I mean,
in a vacuum hypothetical where you're not in trouble for saying that.
No. I mean, his
it's for parody. It's under fair use. I said the warning to start the episode.
No, you're good. I mean, obviously, in this day and age, and I was all about it. Like, when the possibility even came up, I like put together a little like analysis. I mean, listen, just his social media numbers alone are worth trying to get him, you know? And then like, obviously him being the kind of person he is and like easy to work with and have a conversation with too, like that I think those two things in tandem, it was just like kind of an obvious thing. Like, at least we should try.
For
And I
sure.
think that's all it was. And he was interested, and
Nice. Yep.
Yeah,
So
turned out-
besides Simon this year, did you sign anybody else that you're super excited to work with, or maybe somebody we don't know that's going to have a breakout season because they're with y'all now?
yeah, I mean, the Simon thing is huge, obviously, but like I don't want to. Really, everybody out there on the pro tour and a lot of our ambassadors are out there doing some really, really good work. There's a couple new signings on like the ambassador level a little bit. But Chris Zagon just announced that he's a part of team MVP over the weekend. He's Sarah Hokum's boyfriend.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And I was pumped about that just because I've gotten to hang out with him a little bit. It's funny, last time Sarah was on y'all's podcast, I remember her saying something like, I'm jealous Will got to meet Bert. And
oh, yeah.
So when they were here for USDGC, Bert was in what's that? Is it Spartansburg? I think it's Spartansburg.
Hey man, I'm upset I didn't get to meet Bert too. Just
yeah. Well, it's really all about right place, right time.
No, I know.
But yeah, so like it turned out he was there. Sarah was already planning on going, so like I got in touch with Bert.
Yeah.
I asked if I was like, hey man, would you want to meet Sarah Hokum? And he was just like in all caps, like,
yep,
hell yeah, I want to, you know.
Nice.
So I got to introduce them, got to hang out with Chris a little bit, and yeah, I mean those two are great together. I think Chris does some really, really cool media stuff. He's a great disc golfer. So happy to have him on board. But yeah, other than
I mean, I know
the extensions,
but
yeah, the extension was a big deal. Like us getting James back for 4 years was really
that's incredible,
important,
and
to us, and awesome.
And I know we always talk about MVP. Will you explain to the viewers that don't know the relationship between MVP and Axiom discs? Because I'm not quite sure I even know.
Yeah, they're siblings basically. Wow. It all comes out of the same warehouse. It was a brand that was developed initially to be like in between MVP disc like specs basically. Okay. So like,
but not overmolded.
Yeah, Axiom is overmolded.
Yeah,
Streamline is not.
Okay.
Streamline is also comes out of MVP HQ, and but that's our solo mold company. And yeah, they're all in Hive Disc Golf. I don't know if you ever heard. That's kind of a sub brand, but they're kind of accessory based. Like
it basically is kind of comparable to when DD, Latitude, and Westside started.
Kind of, but they got manufacturing all over the place. Like
tighter than that, even.
Yeah. Like Axiom was just a different brand concept under the same roof. I would compare it to like, you know how Nike has.
You can't do Discmania. You can't do Discmania and Innova anymore.
No, right. No. I was trying to like a more general brand, like
Toyota Lexus.
That's a good example. That's a good example. Also a little painful because I'd take my car to Johnson Lexus down the road and had to pay a lot of money today. So thanks for bringing that up. Anyways, I'm fine.
Bummer, man. Sorry to hear it.
That's okay.
Probably should have bought a Toyota.
Yeah. I mean, I did. It's a glorified Camry. Honestly,
we own 2 Toyotas, so I can't.
Yeah.
Okay. On a fun note,
before that.
I need you to explain a photo for me real quick. Can you tell me what in the hell is going on right here?
I am not sure, but knowing Sarah, that's probably some sort of like inside joke.
Somebody was saying it might be like the goat impression. Like, is she doing like a goat thing? Like,
yeah. Yeah. Wait, didn't she do that on the podcast with y'all? Didn't she do like a goat impression or something like
She
that?
did a lot.
She might have.
She did a
something
lot
weird.
on the podcast.
Okay.
Definitely did some weird voice.
It was a reference to Frother magazine. She wanted.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what.
That's what we'll go with. Let's go
Okay.
with
All right. I feel pretty good about knowing you got a show like that.
that. Yeah.
Makes me feel good.
So like you said, last year you started completely full time for MVP, correct?
Mhm.
And what do we got? The perks? What we got? Travel perks? Are you going to a bunch of tournaments this year? What we got going on?
Well, the real perk is working for the greatest disc golf company.
This is parody, remember?
This is great. Yeah. Yeah. No, the perks.
Watching Simon throw on a
Yeah. I mean, that was cool. I have tried to go multiple times to MVP Open since it's been, but like 3 years ago, my son was born on August 30th, and like the MVP Open's like September 1st, so I couldn't go. So this year I was finally able to go, and like the first day I followed Raven, and he had that crazy round where he was making absolutely everything.
Yeah, where he was like doing the
the Raven Hood. And I mean just being able to do that and see it up close, film it up close, and then like turn around the content that, especially like Raven's stuff like that. Like that's just fun to me. I was pumped while filming it, knowing what that will turn into later. And then Simon, he came up late December-ish. Yeah, late December to Michigan, and I drove up there and just, I mean, getting to hang out with him, get to know him a little bit, and like I mean, it's just a huge perk being a part of like this era in MVP and seeing and like starting at the beginning, and just being a part of that.
Yeah. So last question about Simon, and then we're gonna move on to some other stuff. But
okay.
Does he win right off the gate? Do we see a win within the first month? The next month, I mean.
He got the hot round in that singles round.
That's why I asked.
The disc thing is like
wife walking by the way, everybody. There she is.
Yeah.
I think that he's capable of it.
Yeah.
Like there's no question that he may say he's having trouble finding some, but he's throwing discs, which he has no trouble with, like really, but I think he's humble when he's like, oh yeah, I may have some trouble with this or whatnot. But like, I think that he is certainly capable of it, and I wouldn't put it past him to win right out of the gate. And I also wouldn't put it past him. There's a lot of questions like, oh, he's not going to win 4 events.
Yeah.
No one knows that. And the type of talent he has and that like new, he really does have like a new like passion for it and like wants to excel, and his determination is crazy. Like he just has that like athlete mentality that you're around him and you're like, he's different,
Yeah. Have you when he got in there and started looking around and grabbing stuff off the shelf, and you're talking and working with a guy, anything about his disc selection process or what he's going to be throwing this year that surprised you?
I didn't think he would keep a glitch in the bag. But then like now it makes sense. And hearing him talk about it, like on Foundation's podcast, I think he was talking to Trevor maybe, and he said something like he's going to keep it in there, and like, if he knows he's not going to win, he's going to throw it. But like,
nice.
Even more so almost think like if he was on the verge of winning and he just knew that he could throw the glitch in, like he would do it.
Yeah.
But the distance drivers are like, he's playing around with them a lot, and based on what I saw at All Stars, it seems like
you guys got the most overstable plastic.
Yeah, he has. He's thrown most of it, I think, but like he'll revisit one that's just like, oh wait, I didn't throw this in this situation, and he likes it. So, but one thing he's like pretty emphatic on is enjoying the process of it, figuring it out. That's kind of a challenge. So, hitting the basket on 2 500-foot holes sounds like that process is going well. So
yeah, it seems like it's streamlined a bit. I do have a question, and Cody didn't want me to ask, but I'm going to ask it anyway. In terms of scale, in terms of like you don't give me numbers, but like a scale. How many more of the axolotls do you think you guys went through than glitches? Because glitches were kind of hot there for a minute. The glitch was the hot disc.
And if you can't answer that question, can you have whoever can come on the podcast? As well as Simon. Can you hook that up for us?
I can ask. I know he's.
Okay. We've asked plenty.
Yeah.
He's a busy man. He is a
maybe the right way to do it or the wrong way to do it is just to FaceTime him and be like, "Hey, you're on a podcast," and do a fourth party kind of thing.
Go ahead, right now, Will.
If I didn't know that he was a dad, I might be more inclined. But like it's around that time. I don't want to
Great first impression to make with him too.
I'm gonna go knock on Will's door right now because he's also a dad. And wake up.
Yeah, he's getting there. I forgot was the
glitch a surprise hit for you? Is my question. Were you guys surprised the glitch took off, or did you know it was going to take off?
I think we knew it was going to be like a low key hit, because there's not really a disc like it. That's we market it as a catch disc, but hey, you can take it on the course too. I don't think we thought that as many people would enjoy it on the course as they do. Gotcha. And there's different, MVP Open, there were several players, I don't want to get anybody in trouble, that came up and wanted a glitch because they just wanted to play catch with it because it feels like you're warming up, Yeah. And so I think it hit big. It was a nice surprise. But the glitch has been out since September, so
quite a while,
and we've kept on making it. So to be completely honest with your question, I think we've definitely can say that we've sold more glitches than
so far than the
Lazados.
The other one's been out.
Yeah. I think that's a safe, honest answer.
Okay. This will lead in perfect to the fun round questions. And if you guys are still watching, we didn't even fucking say this, but we actually have another guest after Will. Murder Mike will be on the show. So stick around for that. We got the fun questions for Will, which we've had to change up for the third time now because you've been on the show twice already. So these are completely new 2023 fun questions.
Okay.
First one, do you think Biscuitville is good? And this is more of I get a question this year because it was the Waffle House question last year.
I'm gonna say no because there is I'm never tempted to go there, especially living in Durham. Like there are so many other good places to get a biscuit.
Yep.
So,
ha everybody.
It's just one guy's opinion, but yeah.
No, I posted the other day that Biscuitville was trash, and a bunch of Kate's friends at work were like, "Oh, you went to the wrong one." Blah 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 blah. I was like, "No."
That's a different problem. I feel like it's like why should you have to go to the right one?
Yeah. Should have bought an Axiom, not an MVP.
Yeah. We'll go with that. No, but actually, I was on the way back from somewhere. I think it's like Greensboro. That reminded me. I saw a Biscuitville billboard, and just like working in marketing and doing ads and stuff. Like I just think I like to like overly assess ads.
Yeah.
And I saw this like biscuit with like stacks of bacon on it and an egg. It was Biscuitville, and it said Skinny Biscuit. And I was like perplexed for like 5 more miles of driving. I didn't understand. Like, is it ironic or is it like an Adkins thing?
Yeah.
That much bacon. Anyway.
Yeah. Everyone got gout from that, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. No final answer.
Yeah. Good. No is your final answer. I like that.
Adam?
Yeah. I was gonna ask.
It's your turn.
Actually, these are all like North Carolina questions. This is all you, Cody.
All right. So the last time you came on the show, we were discussing, the first time you came on the show, we discussed how many out of production runs MVP was, doing away with, and you assured us that even though the pandemic was here, that they were making tons of new plastic, and they have tons of new discs. What is your favorite new disc that they have made in the past? Let's just say like year and a half or something.
Ooh, that's a good question because being with them for so long, and I still have like so many old discs, in the bag. But I started with I started playing disc golf with the classic Cobra, upgraded to the multi-purpose Champ Cobra.
Hashtag Jimmy Costa,
right? Yeah,
4192 PDJ number.
Yeah. But yeah, so that disc is, and I had a old Champ flat top Stingray too that I loved.
Oh, Adam, right up Adam's alley.
Yeah, so like I love the good like easy throw hyzer flip that like turns over super slow, and I
so you're loving like the heck
the uplink really. It has been kind of my jam lately. Like that's the one mold that's come out that I'm like, this has that kind of old school flight with the modern feel.
And I know that you could say this about a lot of companies, but in my opinion, I've been playing for 8 years. I worked at Prodigy. I played a full Prodigy.
Oh, you worked at Prodigy? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
We had to check and see when his NDA was up before we did the show again.
Yeah, I had to,
6 months.
I completely trashed him. I had to look up. I was like, 5 years. Okay, I'm good. But no, I worked there for a few years. But Prodigy is one of and honestly, I'm not going to be biased or anything, but Discmania with their active line is starting to shed more light on this. But MVP is one of the most range companies. You can buy a disc from MVP that I can't throw, but you can also buy a disc from MVP that is going to hyzer flip, completely turn over, and maybe turn into a roller. And you can fill in the gap every freaking 10, 20 feet, 30 feet, depending on your swing speed, along those lines. And it doesn't just, it's not just putters. It's not just mid-ranges. It's you guys kind of have everything. The Virus, -3.5, 1.
Yeah.
That's one of the greatest discs I've ever thrown in my life.
Yeah. Yeah. The Virus is awesome. That is, I think that's a product of just like starting a little later, and then Innova, Discraft, DGA, all the guys that been in the game, from the beginning to MVP starting in 2010, and the rise of social media and community being able to like give direct feedback on what they want. Very true. Because for a long time, it's like, MVP doesn't make anything overstable. So it's like,
and now it's just like, don't throw this. You can't.
Yeah.
Simon is the only one that can throw this disc. Go ahead and buy one, but you can't throw it.
Right. And then it became understable, and it was like, so I think the overstable one was like, we released the resistor and then like the phase, and it was just like really, meat hooks. And then it was like, MVP doesn't make understable stuff. And then we came out with the orbital, and like out of the box, medium arms were just like,
bro, the Paradox is one of the greatest freaking bro. It's fun.
Paradox is very understandable.
Disc, but even still, at my mediocre wreck swing speed, it serves a purpose.
Yeah.
And like with the glitch and Simon, it does serve a purpose.
Yep.
All right, here,
Yeah.
let's knock out these last couple here. What events are you looking forward to either getting to go to, watching, or maybe even playing?
Playing, I mean, obviously, any of your tournaments, obviously.
There we go. Thank you. There's going to be 2 this year. I'm going to do 2 this year. I'm going to come back this year and do 2. Frother Magazine's going to sponsor the porta potties. So
awesome.
Of course, as always. I gotta have that on. Yeah.
It's a necessity here in Durham. You gotta gotta have those porta potties. I'd love to come down to I always forget how do you pronounce
Boomtown.
it? Pekerson or Perkerson?
Ferguson.
Yeah. I love that course.
Paul Bell.
Yeah.
Look, he's watching. Paul Bell's the TD.
Atlanta Open's
Go
coming
ahead,
back.
go ahead and sign him
Nice.
up. He's got specialty.
That's a great course. I played it like kind of right when I started playing around 2014-ish.
Nice.
And I went back, I think 2 years ago and was still like, man, this course is awesome. So it'd be cool to come play a Frolfcenter magazine.
So I got one more fun question for you and one more request. Would you like to come on maybe every other week or something and do like a 10-minute just update on the game and everything? Like what you watched this weekend or anything?
You're gonna ask me to commit to a long-term relationship live?
A 10-year contract, bro.
I have a good time here, like I said. Like
Yeah.
I'm always down to froth.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, well,
I would love to come on.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
Maybe I'll come
you have
over and
time.
hop on your couch
Yeah,
and give you a in-person.
absolutely.
update.
Get you
Absolutely.
out of the house, get a couple beverages.
Get them out of the house for an hour. Yeah. No, that'd be
I don't know if it's because I'm so great on this podcast or if I'm just the easiest one to get, but either way, I'll take it.
Oh, you're not the easiest one to get. We got to beat
we're
them up.
we're not going to answer that because you're definitely not the easiest one to get.
All right.
Even though you have the free time, you always say yes.
You don't have to answer that.
We appreciate you saying yes, but there's people begging to come on.
No, I enjoy it.
Nah, dude, you're not coming.
All right, and I'm sure you get this all the time, but Billy Donovan says, "Bring back that old fission plastic, please."
No, yeah. Who else says that? Alan Fornick, or no?
Sandage.
Sandage says that too.
Yeah, everybody likes that old, like, kind of slick but tacky fission plastic. That was the first run. It was the first attempt at it. And everybody fell in love. I know that, like, we're trying to get it back to that,
Yeah.
or at least like something that is more widely, because not everyone likes that certain feel. You know, not everybody likes CE plastic,
Right.
but good
Whoa.
gosh,
Whoa!
I'm saying the people that do are like, bring it back. You
Oh,
know?
yeah.
So I think if anybody is capable of like getting something back to the way people want it, I think I have all the faith in the world in Chad. And
Nice.
Yeah, he's so smart.
Yeah. We definitely want to get you back on, and maybe we could talk to Chad.
Ooh,
That'd be cool.
maybe.
Yeah.
They are some busy dudes.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
I know. hey, just tell him when Phil was Prodigy, he talked to us. So I don't know. He wasn't.
Never again, though. I don't think.
Gannon wasn't there yet. So
That sounds like some good
last
leverage.
question, and then I'd love to give you a little shout out to your wonderful wife and family and the company you work for. Last question. We always ask a cooking question. What is your favorite thing that you cook for the family or your wife cooks for the family? Give it to us.
My wife loves to experiment, like with different recipes and stuff that she'll either like follow or a friend, or even like her grandmother's old recipes, which I think that may be like the mainstay for me of my favorite. She cooks a lot of great meals, but I think the mainstay is her pimento mac and cheese. It's just like Southern. Every excuse we have for a family get together, it's like that's what she cooks, and it's always so consistent, always so good. My favorite thing to cook, I have a big green egg, so I love to like do whatever I can on that because whatever you do on that is going to taste good in some
He
way.
didn't tell me that last time.
Yeah. Yeah. We should hang out more. I tried last night.
I know. I'll be there next Monday.
Wasn't going to bring
I'll
that
be
up.
there next Monday. I'm riding with you. I'll be there next Monday. You might have to kick me out of the car. Just drive by my house and push me out of the car after putting me.
But I do, to answer your question, I do love like just making a good pizza, like getting some dough. And
have you tried Randy's pizza dough? Have you gone to Randy's and gotten their dough?
Yeah. Actually, that's I wasn't going to reveal my cheat method, but like you know, I don't go and craft the dough and all that.
Yeah, no, that I go to Randy's. I'll make pasta every once in a while. But pizza dough, fuck all that.
Monetized. Oh,
monetized. Oh, there goes your sponsor, Cody.
Cool. Will, dude, thank you for coming on. We got Murder Mike in the green room right now, but we will talk to you soon. Congratulations on the Simon thing.
Thank you.
Take it easy, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We will talk to y'all next time.
Soon. Yeah, talk to you soon, man.
See y'all
later. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, one of our favorite dudes in the entire world, Mr. Murder Mike.
This guy sucks.
This guy. Look at him.
What'd you say?
He's not even frozen. He's just stone cold.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you just fine, man.
Yes.
Nice freaking studio, bro.
Yeah, new spot, huh?
It's just green screen.
No, it's not.
Yeah, that's real though, huh?
No, you didn't.
No, you're bullshit.
I saw photos of you painting that.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
Gave it all away.
Yeah, man. What's new with you?
I missed you guys.
I know, dude. It's been a while.
Right here, dude.
Yeah, I got married and stuff. You moved a little bit, you said?
Yeah, just a little bit out of town. Had to get away. I started a new relationship with my girl that moved from Ohio. Beautiful woman.
Dude, congratulations.
Catalyst Disc Golf. Check her out.
Dude, she sent me some stuff. I posted about them. Those things are gnarly. Those minis are gnarly.
Oh yeah. Okay, nice.
She sent me like 3 or 4 of them, and I gave one away at a tournament at a league, and then I keep the other one in the bag. Like the one that with the Frolfcenter logo was perfect, dude.
Man. This is real flesh.
Oh yeah, I have one too.
That is so sick.
Look
at it.
I have one that she made us.
So dope, bro.
That's
she makes by far the best minis of all time.
So if you guys are just tuning in, this is 2023 Frother, where we don't really care much anymore. So it's kind of family friendly still, but we're gonna smoke on the show.
That's a disclaimer when they have Murder Mike on the show. They had to do a disclaimer.
It's after dark.
Yeah.
But first, if you're still a fan of MVP, you should probably stop watching. This is not going in that direction at all.
But first, I need you guys to pick out a beer. All right, you guys ready? Let's do it.
Oh yeah, right. That's what. Yeah, Billy Don was just gonna ask. Oh, what do we got here?
So I got 5 on top and 5 on the bottom. You say which one.
Is that Alchemist right there? Is that
Alchemist?
There is an Alchemist on the top number 2, and the bottom number 4 is Alchemist as well.
Bottom number 4.
That is Heady Topper.
Yes. Man, I used to go to Killington Mountain in Vermont every year in Stratton.
Hey, Mike.
Go through Burlington and get that stuff all the time.
Hey, Mike, do they have Voodoo Ranger there?
Yes, they do.
Have you tried the fruit punch?
No, I didn't even know they made a fruit punch. What?
Dude, so my
Mike's Hard Lemonade?
We usually drink whiskey and ginger ale, but we were at the store the other day, and my wife walks by the beer aisle, and she's like, "Does that say Fruit Punch IPA by Voodoo Ranger?"
What?
And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "It does. I want those right now."
Perfect.
We got to the golf course, and she drinks one. They taste like fruit punch, obviously. She drinks the second one and looks down, and they're 10%, and she's like, "Oh,
10%. I got an 11% right here."
But yeah, but it tastes like fruit punch, and she was just
that's even more dangerous.
Yeah, dude, she was just like, I shouldn't drink this third one. I was like, I'm driving home, babe. Calm down.
The easier it goes down, the more dangerous it is.
Oh yeah,
because you can't taste it.
It reminded me of how dangerous the the root beer shit.
Yes, and another thing is, you guys can try this, and you'll be astonished. Is that when you try any hard liquor mixed with Sunny D, and Sunny D has some weird
Germany does half orange juice, half Pilsner for like a breakfast drink. People that live in Germany.
I wonder how long they've been doing that for, because they've been doing that way back in the ghetto, and it was called Brass Monkey.
Right.
Yeah, and that was orange juice and Old English, or orange juice and Mickey's.
Ooh, Mickey's is so bad.
They call it Compton Kool-Aid, Brass Monkey.
Yeah,
but it's not bad. It's actually pretty good.
Dude, Mickey's is a great beer. Like if you want cheap beer, Mickey's is the fucking shit, and you get to get drunk and read a fucking riddle.
Mickey's
I just had my beer right here, and I don't know what I do with it. Anyways, I drink Mickey's on the regular. It's like my primer filler beer.
Yeah.
But cheers, guys. Thanks for this is a good pick. Alchemist, Heady Topper. The other one that was on top is Focal Banger, which is their single IPA from Alchemist, which I prefer. This is their double, but they're both classics. This is the East Coast classic. I compare this to like Blind Pig and Pliny the Elder on this side on the West Coast.
Yeah, it's really good. I remember you used to have to hunt for it. So if you go to Vermont, if you go to Burlington, there's an app that you can get where it literally tells you when the delivery truck is pulling up with Heady Topper to the store. Because you can always get it in kegs. Getting in kegs is no problem. Getting cans is like extremely difficult.
They have a bunch out here. Well, select areas, and they're only $5.99, which is pretty cool because they used to sell for 10. So I just go buy a bunch because a lot of people don't know what they are, and I don't say shit. I just go and buy like 6 and 6, and then load up a little bit, and people are, where'd you get that? I was like, I ordered them from the East Coast.
Yeah, exactly. I got people over on the East Coast, you know.
Yeah, I know some homies.
I'm bad. I'm nationwide. Oh man. So interesting.
We don't have any questions for you, Mike. We're just
kind of talking.
Well, you know how I am. I like to freestyle. We just freestyle, man. We just go with the flow. That's how you get the best type of reactions and questions and answers. Is you just flow.
So we're not going to dive into Gannon yet.
No, I was going to say because I think Legacy is still trying to figure out how to buy out his contract. He's going to Legacy, right?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know.
We tried, Adam.
We tried, Rico. We tried.
I'll be like, oh, that's right. No, I think he's going to Franklin.
The meme
or a Roby, one of the two.
Oh, show Murder Mike's. Did you download Murder Mike's meme?
Which one?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I missed one.
Oh, the Jerky Boys one?
The Jerky Boys?
Oh, dude. That's the first thing I thought of punitive damages, because I'm an 80s kid, but I remember the early 90s. I had all the Jerky Boy CDs.
Oh, yeah.
And the first thing that came out punitive damages, and they had it on YouTube, so it was perfect.
Oh, man. Yeah, check out Murder Mike's memes on social media. Social Media Menace. I just noticed his hashtag.
Yeah, I made Will's first. It says Social Media Manager, and then I made Murder Mike's as like Social Media Menace.
Oh, I love it. That's a good one.
Look at it. I do have a question. I do have a question for you. Is with the growth of disc golf since the last time we've talked, obviously has been absolutely insane.
Sure.
Does Brody matter anymore?
That's a good question.
Because we gotta admit
does he have a shot? Does he have a shot now? And he's 34 now.
He brought stuff to the game, but
what's he? Is he in the top 20?
I think he's 10-20.
Which is the new 1,000 rated.
Yeah.
So when you think about 1030 is 1,000 rated.
Adam, that's your job. Were you?
Yeah, I'm looking at power rankings right now.
You know what though? I mean, I think he still has a little bit of a cult following.
Yeah.
But and I have nothing against Brody. I'm sure he's a cool. I bet you me and him would get along just fine. Yeah. We have kind of like a similar attitude, but I think he's slowly started to fizzle out around like last year-ish. I think the last thing I haven't really been keeping up with too much, but I'm gonna start because I have something in the works in the background for everybody.
Those questions come later, Murder Mike. Hold on, those questions come later.
Okay, but in terms of I think the last big Brody thing was him renting out the practice at Worlds.
Right.
The practice area. And then the next one was was the Paul Macbeth Brody beef.
Foundation fall.
Yeah. So but like they say, negative publicity is also good publicity anyway. So
kind of what
haters click, dude. Haters click.
That's kind of what we live off over here.
That's what I do. I built my empire of Murder Mike on negative publicity. So it's like, it's okay. I believe in it. But That's kind of what I last really heard from him. After that, it was mostly everyone else that's normally in the cycle. So
yeah, here according to the PDGA at the end of 2022, end of last year, Brody Smith ended in the 30th in the power rankings for PDGA for the men, and that's up 13 spots from I guess the beginning of the year.
Dude, when you think about that for just a second,
it is fucking crazy.
It's pretty fucking good.
Yeah. It's pretty insane.
He came with a ton of naysayers, like, it's not the same as as Ultimate.
Yeah.
And he's gonna come over and he's gonna get wrecked. He's 30th. Like, that's so good.
Yeah.
Compared to how long he's been in the disc golf game. Was it two, maybe 3 years?
He's ahead of Coling, Fresnel, Albert Tom, Gavin Rathbun, Cale LaVisca. He's ahead of all those guys.
So established disc golfers that everyone knows.
Right. Yeah.
And he's ahead of them.
German.
You can't fuck with the statistics on that.
Yeah.
It is what it is, and I think he deserves the credit for that at least.
Yeah.
I mean,
and that's
imagine me just coming out of nowhere and just be like, oh, Mike's top 50.
I mean, that'd be insane.
Everyone like, well, he's been playing for no, he doesn't ever play. But so there's some credibility to that for him putting in that work. So yeah, I give hats off to him for that.
I give him that.
Sure.
I think the thing that most people have an issue with, and I know it's what I have an issue with, is that he showed up in disc golf with an oversized influence on the game from not disc golf.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, he has a following from a different background, but they're kind of like cousins. Disc golf and ultimately they're cousins. So it's in the same family, but it's not bad. I don't know why people in disc golf
people who used to play with him.
No, I never have. No.
If you ever get a chance to ask Ultimate folks about playing with him.
I'm sure you're gonna get some mixed reactions on that side too.
Yeah, for sure. He had some things he was into doing game wise that people didn't think were in the spirit of the game. He actually had a kind of an ugly reputation, a little bit leaving there, but
they say in order to reach the top, heads have to be trampled on.
Trust me.
And that's just, there is no love in the rise to the top. There's no love. My friend taught me that, who makes really good money, and he's like, dude, there is no friends, and when you get to the very top, you don't have friends hardly any.
Business.
If you want to reach the top, it's all about business.
I almost made the top level of soccer, and that is absolutely correct.
Yeah, your heads have to be trampled and stomped on. It's just how it is. That's just how it is. And if you want to be nice about everything, you're probably not going to reach the very top.
Yeah,
and that's just how it is.
I wore a side note. I wore a shout out to West Coast music, Dirty Heads. You guys haven't checked them out? Check them out. They play a lot in my area for sure. And one of the I believe the keyboardist played disc golf with Sarah Lambertson all through college.
Nice. No, Dirty Heads is dope for sure.
Yeah. So
I
wore it for you though. I wore it for you, Murder Mike.
Right. Well, yeah, West Coast dudes, fucking for sure, man. Dirty Heads is around here a lot.
Yeah, I bet, man.
Yeah, Tribal Seeds.
Me and my wife will have to come see a show out there and stay with you.
Oh, dude, it'd be awesome. We have a couple venues in the area that you can go. There's Monterey, Morro Bay. There's a lot of areas that are always playing. A lot of the Cali reggae spots for sure.
So what about Adam? Am I interrupting?
No, I was just gonna say. I was gonna ask him. I mean, I got some stuff on the script here. I was gonna say, who has a breakout year this year? Who just out of nowhere this year?
Oh man, this year, who's going to have one?
Yeah, who do you think? Who do you think is this in 2023 is just gonna surprise everybody?
I don't. You know what? I really don't know, man. It just looks like. Well, it was like the same thing as last year. Last year was, I would have to say, was Gannon.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But now it's kind of like, we'll obviously get to that drama later. But now I don't know. I can't really say because Paul still pulled Worlds off last year. Yeah. So it's like, well, who's gonna do it again? Who's gonna beat Paul?
We got the Peanut Gallery says Clint Calvin. Yeah. We got Andrew Marweedy.
No, Clint Calvin's my homie, dude. I love Clint, dude. That's my boy, and Clint has the fucking talent to do it, man. I think he has to work on his psyche a lot. But I've seen him. I've I played with him practice rounds, and then he's come and played my home course at Waller a lot, and I've seen him just mash 50, 60 footers with zero ease, man. Just floats it in, and I'm just like, and I'm watching him, and I know he wasn't playing as well as he wanted to during this one round, but he's nailing these putts like they're nothing. I'm like, dude, you could turn that on like up here. Mm-hmm. He can be very deadly, and then he has a smooth form that's just nice and buttery. Like he reminds me of Bobby Music's, like just his nice tight technical lines.
Yeah.
I think Clinton Calvin has a really good chance to get that over for sure. Yeah, absolute lasers.
Yeah, I love this answer. Unibrow Goose. I got Goose on my my fantasy team.
Dude, I want to see Andrew Fish get some more time at the board.
Yeah, Unibrow Goose, dude, it's so good. I don't know what's better, if the mustache or the unibrow is better on that guy.
You know what's cool too? I was impressed with Albert Tam's that distance shot he threw.
Yeah.
That was one of the most effortless forms I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, and I listened to that Nick and Matt show, and he's like, because basically they talked to Wiggins and him, because Wiggins does a 360, Wiggins throws as hard as possible, like hard AF.
Albert Tam looked like he just had a walk up. It wasn't even, it was just like a walk up, but he's tall, and that proves, in my opinion, that proves that power doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean anything.
Oh no,
it's just. And a lot of people think, well, you gotta put power on it, or it's technique, and then you start to add the power. But it looked like Albert's was just pure technique.
Yeah,
with like hardly any power. It was so smooth. The follow through was legit. It was like perfect form, and that shit just went for days. And I'm just like, how? What am I doing wrong? You always ask yourself that. What am I doing wrong? You don't ask, well, what is this guy doing wrong? You always ask, what the fuck am I doing wrong? I don't even want to play anymore.
I heard Wiggins say something. Somebody asked David Wiggins, he's like, hey, man, if I can throw 400 feet and I give you whatever it takes and you have 6 months to work with me, can you get me to 500? He goes, if you can shoot 400, you can probably get to 500 with a good coach. But if you're maxing out at 350, you may never get to 500. There is like there is some sort of like second echelon, at least according to David Wiggins. So
there's a thing that probably a lot of people don't want to hear, and a lot of people just aren't built athletically and structure wise in their body to get that type of distance.
Right.
You need to have an ape index. Your arms have to be longer than your height. You know, the wingspan. All
There's so much. Genetics is a real thing that a lot of people don't believe. That they don't. Well, they think, oh, if I just practice it, but no. It's you just didn't hit the genetic lottery. Sorry, you're going to be right here for the rest of your life.
But
that's just how it is.
Dave Kalberg's never going to win a swimming medal. You know what I mean?
And yeah, but he knows all. Dave's super smart. He knows all the mechanics and of everything. Kinesiologist, and it's like and he knows everything. But he would be a better coach. To make the best person in the world rather than he will never be the best person in the world at that, even though he knows what it takes. My friend is into bodybuilding, and he says, you'll never be a professional bodybuilder unless he's telling me about this wrist thing. And I can't remember exactly, but he says, if your wrist is like this, unless this part of your muscle comes all the way to your wrist right here, you'll never be nothing. He's like, it's a genetic thing. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, if it stops right here, sorry, not going to work. This part of your forearm has to come all the way right here. And he showed me, and I'm like, no, she's every single one of the world champions, the Mr. Olympias, all of them had him. And he goes, it's the same thing. He's always your disc golf. He always says that. And he's all there. Some people just did not hit the genetics in their family and their bloodline, and they're gonna come. And it's sad because people have dreams. Yeah. But sometimes dreams have to be stamped on, and it's just how it is.
Like, come on. I think if you fucking work hard enough, bro. Like, I mean, you got to work 3 times as hard.
You could work. Look at Brody's a perfect example.
Yeah, but Paul McBeth,
but he's been doing that. He's been doing that. Okay, how about Paul
McBeth is 5'8",
but his wingspan, bro.
But he has the technique. I'm not saying that he has the genetics. He has the perfect technique, and maybe he has a little bit of genetics because he's pretty healthy. He works out a lot, but some people just don't have it. Remember, up here, I'm a world champion, but my body doesn't agree with me.
Felberg
It just doesn't agree
not
with me.
look athletic at all. He's won a world championship. Elaine King does not look like the most athletic person. She's won a world championship.
I don't think we're ever going to have somebody like that win a world championship again. We're going to have an athlete.
Again?
It was more my argument is based more on Albert though, like how he showed almost zero power.
Yeah, no,
and it was and like I've never seen that ever. I haven't seen no one do that before without a 360 with that distance.
Yeah,
it was just
and honestly,
it was gone.
You could probably say that about the Robinson kids.
Tall, lanky, snapping. I mean,
Ezra is not tall and lanky. Isaac is the only athletic looking. Isaac and his dad are the only athletic people in that entire family that look slightly athletic. And Ezra's gained a bunch of weight.
But Ezra used to look just like that.
They've played since they were 3 years old.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter what they look like or their genetics or how
Rookie of the year.
Not that I'm saying they're not attractive people and
possible, yes.
And they don't have good genetics. I'm not saying that by the least bit, but I'm saying if you play from when you're 3 years old.
Maybe okay, how about this? I meet you halfway. There's some people that can put in so much years of disc golf and get absolutely nowhere.
Yeah.
and that's what I meant. That's what I'm gonna rephrase that. That's what I meant. There's so many people that can put in just hours and years.
Bro.
I've been playing for 22 fucking years and I barely shot. I shot an 8 or 9 down the other day and I haven't done it like in a year. And it's like, dude, I was just on it. It was just one of those days where everything was going in, where you were filling your putt, you were flowing. I had 1 bogey out of 30 holes. I felt good. I was flowing. And then there's some times where you come out, even before you get to the course, you're driving the course, you're on your way, and you're like, I'm gonna fuck this course up. I already know this course. I've been here before. I'm gonna slay it. And it just shits on your head, dude. And you're just like, why? It's because up here, like I said, up here, you're a world champion, but your body just doesn't agree with you sometimes.
It is true that some of the best disc golfers in the world all have pronounced ears.
Bro, do you know how big my ears
Paul's ears are out there, Page's ears, Kenny's ears.
Goddamn big my
Mary Schultz got big ears. I've got big ears. You know,
look at these fuckers, dude.
I don't know if they're normal. What are normal ears?
Exactly. I think that's the point. We don't know.
I don't have the old man ears with the lobes hanging down like to hear.
Not yet, man. Give it time.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Can't wait.
Do you feel like the celebrity tournament, like, is that really doing anything for the sport? The celebrities that play.
Andrew Zimmern and
the UFC guy and the pitcher.
That actor.
Oh, like the Machine and everyone that comes out.
I mean, is that really doing anything, or is it just fun?
What do you want, kitty? My kitty's in heat and she wants to go outside, but she can't. She was gone for 12 days last time.
Oh God!
And now and we couldn't find. We had to go looking for her. My girl had signs out everywhere, so we finally found her. But with the celebrity thing, I don't know exactly if it's doing anything for the sport.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're trying to have it do anything for the sport. But in terms of I think it's just really for fun in a way. Yeah. But the thing is that the people that are filming it want it to do something for the sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is. I mean, that's just the reality of it. Come on. If you guys want to go have a special round with a celebrity, then don't film it. Just go and have fun with them. Yeah. But they're going to film it because they're going to attach their brand to it. They're going to attach their name to it. They're going to it's content. It's content for their channel, for their brand, for their whatever they're selling. They have to do it. So it's kind of like, well, have a celebrity just come out and just don't film nothing.
Yeah, just have the experience.
It's kind of like those people that go and give money to homeless people and they have to film it. It's like, why don't you just do that without doing that?
Right. What's better? Is getting an autograph better than having a conversation with somebody that you look up to? You know what I mean?
Being personable with someone, and sometimes there's some celebrities that hate that shit, and they don't want to be. They want to have friends and be normal humans because they can't because they're famous. So they want people that want to know them and like them. And I'm not saying this is what they're doing. I'm not saying this is what
this is my wife
Kreischer and all these
walking through the screen.
But it seems like every single time there's a celebrity, they're on camera. And it's like, well, what if they just want to relax and have a couple beers, smoke some bud, and hang out and just know you for you and make an actual genuine friend that doesn't want to feed off their fame, you know?
I saw a bunch of pictures that Andrew Zimmern was at the Disc Golf Industry Conference, which the Disc Golf Industry Conference is probably, my head probably would have exploded in that room. You know what I mean? Like these guys, it's going to be the most corpo.
Wait, we didn't get invited? What do you mean?
Oh no, we got invited. That shit up. No, yeah,
but sometimes the celebrities will actually say, "Hey," if they ask, "Hey, let's film it," then okay, that was their request, and that could very well be the situation. They could have said, "Let's film it," and okay, but most of the time they both want to film it. Yeah. So, but in terms of the celebrity thing, is it better for the sport? It brings a little more exposure.
Yeah.
And I think it just depends on maybe what if a celebrity gets trained by Paul and just becomes this badass fucking player.
Yeah.
That would bring a lot of course, that'd bring a lot of spotlight to the sport. But I think
we're talking like Dylan Cease, that's Paul's boy from Chicago there.
Yeah. You have some football players, some athletes, you got some comedians, some cooks. It's a start.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Paul Walker before he died was playing out in Goleta all the time, and he's walking around just being himself. Everyone's go up to him. No one really filmed him doing anything. They would go and say hi to him. He was super cool, they said, and he played with his shirt off in the end of a bag and just go and it's so sad that the guy died. That guy was fucking super cool, dude. But yeah, he was a player out there in Goleta. I guess he lived in Goleta or Santa Barbara in the area, and he liked playing disc golf. And that's something like a celebrity likes to do is they want to be, like I said, they want to be not famous for a little bit. Yeah. I've heard stories where my friends are friends with some really famous actors, and they're just like, dude, I hate having to go out I want to go eat dinner, and girls come up to me, their pictures, and they say, I just don't want that. I was like, well, that's kind of the business you're in, though. And you know, if you're a singer or that's gonna happen. So, but still, is it good for the sport? Is it helping? I don't know yet. I don't think I've seen any type of change because of it. I've seen some cool content, some cool movies and video that's entertaining, but I don't know if it's raised sales or because I'm going to throw that because the machine throws it or because Andrew Zimmern didn't throw. I don't think so. So
are you on team grow the sport or slow the sport right now? Today, this year, this week? Are we jumping the shark? Are we too much?
No, you guys can ask me whatever the fuck you want.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm on slow the sport, man. I'm afraid. I've seen issues with neighborhoods getting pissed off because the courses are too busy. They can't park in the parks. You know, the dog park stuff, all that's bad. We have so many people playing. Like, it's going to get to that skate rat thing where they're like, look at these fucking kids out here in the park. You know, we are going to hit that. We are hitting it in some places already.
It's a fine line there. There's people that want, I've talked about this lots of times on Disc Golf News and Brews back in the day. And there's people that want the sport to explode, but I don't think they want what's coming after it explodes.
What that really means.
They don't know what explode means. Like, do you really want to, because when it explodes, that means corporate.
Yeah.
That means Nike.
And you can ask almost, here's a good comparison. You can ask almost anybody that works in a normal job that was owned by a family business. What happened when you guys went corporate? They'd be like, oh, fuck, they didn't pay us as much. And they're going to complain 99% of the time. No one likes working corporate. They liked it when it was a family owned type business because they were getting paid this much under the table, not even under the table, but they were getting better bonuses during Christmas. And now corporate comes and their bonuses are down 90%. And it's different. Corporate is about the dollar. The dollar, like down to the penny. And corporate companies aren't big for spending money and handing it out to people. They're big because they keep all the money and they only invest in themselves. So do they really want it to explode and have all these major companies come in and take over disc golf to where it's commercialized? Do they really want that?
Yeah.
Or do they want to kind of be in the niche area to where it's kind of popular, and right now you have the top golfers making millions.
Yep.
But it's not full-blown corporate. Would you want it to stay right here, or do you want it to go corporate where they'll make more, but then they're going to start testing everyone and then there's no more of this here anymore, and then you're going to pay $500 or $300 just to get a spectator pass, and then there's going to be limited amount of people, and then there's the coverage is only be pay-per-view. Do you really want to go there?
That's actually, that kind of like actually falls into like the next, I mean, it wasn't going to be the next line of questioning, but I mean, is that where Prodigy's at? Like, is that why they're suing Gannon Burr? Like, they're just a money-making
That's a great question too. Do they want to uphold that legality corporation type law? Is what you're saying? Yeah.
Is that why they're doing that? Is like they're a corporate business. They're taking the family out.
Yeah, are we hitting the iceberg? Are we hitting the corporate iceberg?
No, I'll answer anything. I don't give a fuck.
Phil Arthur just left. You know what I mean? And so that was, and then the other guy, the guy who makes quick sticks, left. 6-7 years ago. The original team. The only people that are left are Kale, Will, Seppo.
It's Manabu. I think Manabu.
Yeah.
And then Manabu, but Seppo's got his own Prodigy Europe. He owns Prodigy Europe now, from what I understand. So he's got his side of the business, but
I mean, legality, contracts are contracts, and I get
that. I think we all
for sure
get that.
Now but then this situation's a little different. You have Prodigy suing Gannon. People are like, well, Gannon broke contract. Other people are saying, well, Prodigy broke the contract first. And then they released some court papers.
Yeah.
But Prodigy, I don't think Prodigy's going about it the right way. Because even if they win, it's like they're still going to lose.
They already lost the court of public opinion.
Oh, for sure. 100%. It's kind of like, okay, Prodigy, you chopped off both of your enemies' arms, their legs, you cut their eyes out and their tongue, I'm sorry, you beat them, they're dead, but they cut off your arms and legs and their tongue. Was it worth it? It's like a Pyrrhic victory.
Yeah.
And it's like okay, you won, but at what cost?
At what cost?
So it's like the art of war.
I have something. I have something.
Yeah, Sun Tzu.
I have something I could read under fair use research.
Quietly, be careful. I know where you're going with this,
and it's covered under free use.
I know where you're going with this. I will say the hardest part.
I believe this is Gannon's last contract.
You do?
Yes. I've been
as a minor.
I've been informed that this was potentially Gannon's last contract. I can't tell you who. Blah blah blah.
Do you think that's his mom's decision?
No, I just think it was definitely his decision.
His mom's getting sued though because he's 17.
Because she signed it.
Whether he wants to get 200 discs a year and get bonuses for 8 years at the level of $500 to win it, or a national tour event, he gets 2,000. Majors, he gets 3,000. Like, the contract's shit, dude.
Well, it's Prodigy, and
we're totally getting sued after this.
Yeah. So the whole him saying that he didn't receive certain amenities that was agreed upon. I don't know if it was
$100 for a B tier win.
That's shit.
It is. It's like the shittiest.
That's not even the entry fee.
And we don't know. First of all, let's be very, very clear. We don't know what we're looking at.
This is a contract sent to a tournament team member, which is the same level that Gannon Burr was for Prodigy. Yeah. So unless they just have favorites for tournament teams and they adjust the contracts every team, but this was sent from a tournament player for the Prodigy 2022 team
It doesn't sound not credible. It sounds believable.
Yeah.
Do you know what you get as a tournament team rookie of the year?
What?
100 custom discs and $1,000.
That sounds like a street team deal.
Right? Did you PDJ points? If you finish 5th,
I get more than that just doing stamps for Legacy.
bro. I think
I could do a stamp for Legacy and walk in and come out with 50. Steve Rico's like, dude, here take a box of whatever you want. And he pays me and I take care of they take care of me, I take care of them. That is so low level, dude.
I really hope that they don't change the numbers, so I'm not calling out this member. And it's not who you guys think it is. It's absolutely not.
I don't even care who it is, though. But you know what, though?
It's not who you think it is. I did not get this information from him. It's somebody.
Oh my gosh, bro!
It's a joke, dude.
Dude? They should change their name to Prodigy Budget Team.
Dude,
they are a budget. They are a budget disc golf team, dude.
Just so everybody knows.
Prodigy is the dollar store of disc golf.
Just so everybody knows.
Don't get me, dude. I love Kale, bro. Kale's my homie, dude. I love Kale. He's the home. I've talked to him in person. We've hung out. I've gone out party with them. I've had him on camera. Dude, Kale is the coolest guy in the world.
Seppo's cool as fuck.
But I don't think Seppo too. Manibu's cool. I mean, him too. They're most of them are cool. I don't really care for KJ America, but I don't have no bad blood with him. He's
KJ America.
Yeah, but you know what? You know another thing though. This is what those guys should understand is that Prodigy also said, if Gannon leaves, we're not going to have a top tier pro.
Yeah.
Well,
that B listed all of those guys.
Isaac is going to be
the stuff that has come out.
They wouldn't be VIP anymore. They had to stand in line to get into the strip club. You go to the back of the line, like all you guys, because Gannon is not here no more. So you guys go back there. See you later. That's what that said. We're not going to have a top tier or a top whatever.
I get what you're saying.
They said that. They said
that's in the thing.
Dude, or disrespectful.
Or it's just going to be like, hey, we have Kevin. Go fuck yourself. Like if
they
you
didn't say that though.
They didn't.
You know why they didn't say that? Because Kevin hasn't been placing that well in this last year.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely.
That's why they said that.
He's got his music career to fall back on, guys.
You are absolutely right.
So Kevin hasn't been performing that good in this last year, so they were like, if the numbers aren't showing, we're just going to go ahead and blurt this out. And it's almost like their PR guy is just like high as fuck. And says, if we lose Gannon, that's it for Project. Yeah. That means we're done.
No, if they don't keep Isaac, they're done.
Yeah, Isaac's the guy. Isaac and Alden.
I think Isaac's going to win Worlds. I do. I think
Isaac's a great player, dude.
I think he's one of the best players we've seen. He's got discipline. He's got the mentality. He's got the family and friend.
He's got the putt.
The family and friend outreach.
Yeah,
he's got it all. It's just.
Why does Kevin Jones need a contract when he has 48,000 Spotify plays?
Are you serious?
48,000 times.
He sampled my Iron Leaf video without permission.
Really?
Without permission. But you know what?
I was like, how much money for 50,000 Spotify plays? I want to know how much money he made.
$1,000. It's like points.
I'm not a big fan of his music. I'm not saying okay. Kevin Jones makes music. He pre-records it and then Kevin Jones to me is a press play DJ.
Yeah,
and that's that. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. He doesn't bring out the turntables. I'm from the 80s and 90s where these motherfuckers are spinning off of faders and dude, they're doing.
That's fine nowadays.
It is because it's less haul from the van to the stage.
I love Chainsmokers, but I go to the concert and I know it's press and play.
Yes, of course. But the other thing is that I don't know, it's just a little cringy and stuff. But with Kevin Jones though, I think Kevin Jones honestly, even though I don't really care for him, I think I'm always fair. Yeah, I'm always fair whether I hate you or not.
And that's why we have the show is because we're always pretty fair.
Yeah, I think Kevin Jones deserves more from Prodigy than what they're giving him. But if I was Kevin Jones and I heard them say, we're not going to have a top level pro, I'd be like, fuck you guys, dude. I'm
and
out.
he sells discs, man. They gave him the what is the distortion or the reverb or whatever. Like
he has a good fan base.
People
he
love it.
Seems like a cool guy. I've never met him in person. I'm sure he's a cool guy.
He's the straddle.
I would go up and meet him and hey, you know, what's up? What's up? I'll always be cool. I always troll him on my videos where I say go in the water in every shot, even though there's no water at the course. I always say that, but I'm sure he's a cool guy. He's a great player. He's a good putter. I've seen him. He's a beast. And my point here is that Prodigy didn't give him his due diligence, and it was like you just threw him under the bus, and everyone else on the team, but especially KJ, because I would say KJ's up there.
Up until last year, I would put KJ above Gannon Burke.
I think
yes, up until last year.
He probably makes the most money out of everybody besides Kale.
And you guys are saying that he's basically B list. The paparazzi won't even take pictures of him.
It's a bad look.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's almost like they're doing talk to text and they're just blurring it out.
Yeah.
And they're not even fucking they're doing
talk to text while he's playing Call of Duty.
They're like in their phone. If Gannon's not here, we're not gonna have any. Oh fuck! It was already sent. They didn't have no chance to go over and proofread everything.
Nobody.
It was. I was like, damn, that's pretty.
It's cold. It's very cold.
Yeah. So
my hardest part is that somebody like Kevin Jones, somebody like Terry Miller, somebody who's got skin in the game, and we say, is the game getting too corporate, too big? I can't root against Terry Miller getting the bag, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if it comes at the cost of the soul of the fucking sport, there's got to be some sort of, we got to be like, hey, okay, I know you guys have been doing this for 30 years and you all think you're owed a bunch of money from this. You're owed a life from this because you work so fucking hard. But like, don't ruin disc golf to get your bag.
I'm going to use the restroom.
Yeah, do it.
30 seconds. I'll be right back.
You are good, man. We'll get you here. Okay, cool. Just us for the time being there, bud. Well, let me get my buttons working. Yeah. Anyhow,
what did you just ask?
Well, no, what I was saying was like,
what's your favorite hot sauce, buddy?
My favorite hot sauce?
Yeah.
I eat a lot of Crystals and Trappy's Bowl.
Crystals is good.
Yeah, the two Louisiana guys. I like the Louisiana stuff. No, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm afraid if the disc golf industry is going to grow so big that it messes itself up, it's hard to root against Cale LaVisca or Terry Miller or Dave Dunapace getting the money for the time they put in or getting the recognition for the time. Philo, Germ, these guys who like scraped through it. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to root against these guys making bank, but if we jump in too fast and we ruin this, then we're going to be really mad at ourselves. I don't know.
Not us. We won't be mad.
No, I mean, whatever. I'm fine. No, it actually helps us. The more corporate disc golf gets, the better we look for predicting all of this garbage for 4 years now or 5 years now. So all that.
Who
stuff.
is Ryan Hunt? Ryan Hunt. Who are you?
I think he's one of Murder Mike's buddies in Europe right now. Murder Mike, do you know who this Ryan Hunt fella is? Oh, wait, you're still muted somehow, bud.
Oh, my bad.
There you go.
Here.
You're back.
Ryan Hunt. Yeah. Ryan Hunt's a homie. He's like a half homie, half troll.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I could
but
tell.
I always tell him to tone it down. He'll listen. But no, still, right. He has some good points. So I talked to him on the side. But what was I talking? So what was the question? I'm sorry, guys. Oh wait, hold on. Hold that thought. I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
For you guys.
Yeah.
So I got 5 on the top and 4 on the bottom.
Oh, why don't we let the viewers pick? How's that?
How about that? Yeah. Okay. Let's go for the top 2 that match each other.
Okay.
Rather than the first one, the first 2 that match the same beer.
Yeah. So, do you want to tell them what it is, or we just want to say like count left to right, top to bottom?
Yeah, top 5. It's top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, left to right, and then I could name them off.
We'll just call them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9.
You could do that.
Or 6, 7, 8, and 10. We'll say 9's already been drank.
No, you could. You could do like 9 that way. So Jets, we got Jets. Jets is good. Jets overhead.
Ryan's
fourth on top. That's abnormal. Really good. So we got Jets and abnormal. Just an
Top
Abnormal
four.
has
Top four got it. Fourth top four.
top four got it. There you go. Abnormal on the top. Let's go.
And that Isa baby is your the catalyst.
Yeah, that's my girl.
Nice, dude. Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming on.
She's amazing.
No,
so let's see. So this is let me show you. This is Abnormal. It's called Boss Pour. So Abnormal is the name of the brewery, and Boss Pour is the name of the beer. It's from San Diego. It's just a normal IPA. What is this on the Richter scale? 7%. So your question, can you rephrase that question? I'm sorry.
Oh man, I don't know. We probably went on a tangent.
He definitely doesn't remember the question. So.
Yeah.
I honestly I haven't smoked weed yet, so which is weird. But I do remember that when I went like this, I know is a good one to answer. So
well, somebody listening to the podcast right now retype Adam's question.
We were saying is this the first like corporate, like is this Prodigy lawsuit the first time disc golf takes a step across that line of corporatism?
Oh, okay. You were talking about Terry Miller and
yeah, like I was saying, like it's hard to root against Terry because Terry should make his money, but at what point is there a responsibility to these guys who are waiting for their bag
love it, man.
to go hold up?
I love Terry Bear's the homie, dude. I love Terry. Yeah. But in terms of so you're saying what's the event that's gonna push disc golf over the line?
Yeah, like when do you go? Is it the video game? Does the video game do it? Do we get the Tony Hawk Pro Skater effect and just completely decimate the culture because of like a video game, or
no?
Is it gonna
I
be a
don't think
movie?
it's going to be neither. I think
hard.
I don't think this project is going to be not even a dent in terms of it pushing over the line. When it goes over the line, and this is I've said this before. When the best player in the world, Paul, can walk into a mall or a bar or a restaurant and he gets mobbed.
Not in Emporia, Kansas. Anywhere but Emporia.
Anywhere.
Kansas.
No, but anywhere. If he gets mobbed by a crowd, that's when you know disc golf is really good.
Yeah.
But, Rory, Ricky Fowler, Tiger,
Brody Smith.
But like there's been other sports where like super sports are like huge and people walk and no one's asking for a net.
But no, Adam's got a point. Brody probably can't go to the local Kroger.
Well, local Kroger, but maybe in his city. But I'm saying like when you know disc golf's made it is that you have a lot of larger companies. The larger companies, all they're gonna do is figure out a way to exploit disc golf. They don't give a fuck about disc golf. Verizon
they're gonna do what
in,
Nike did to skateboarding. Yeah,
Nike comes in, Adidas, they like the whole thing with Adidas and Paul when he was doing the shoe thing. They don't care. And he even said it. They don't care about disc golf. That's why I'm leaving the contract. I'm leaving because their interest isn't on the sport. And I understand that because every major corporation is then to make money. That's the number one thing. They don't give a fuck about the culture. They don't care how it started. A bunch of hippies smoking weed, throwing discs at trees. They don't care. They just, well, how do we have a return of investment on the sport and how do we exploit it and milk it for every dollar that we can? How do we wring this shit out like a wet rag? That's what they do. And that's all they care. They don't care about how much passion's in it. They just don't.
Yeah.
People don't understand that.
When Nike goes and contracts discs out of the Prodigy China factory, and Nike ends up taking all the stuff out of Dick's and Academy Sporting Goods and Hibbett Sports, when Nike says, here's the best shoe and here's the discs we made to go with the shoe and here you go. I mean, Nike did it twice with skateboarding. The first time they came in with a stealth company called Savient, and then everyone clowned them.
Salient?
Savient, which is funny.
Savient. I think you said Salient, the one that had the Hooters.
Which is very funny to me that they're similar.
Salient was trash, but damn, they got Hooter girls to come out and fucking dude. That was okay. That was cool.
It was, and then it wasn't. You're like, wait a minute, this isn't what I want either. Like, I want it on TV, but I don't want this either.
Good luck getting that warranty off that bag that's unraveling.
Oh, I know. Oh, dude, like the Atlas bags. Those things look like duffel. They just like frump down into a little ball. Oh, they're so bad.
Oh man,
I got
shrunk in the dryer.
I got that new Innova bag, and it is tearing up every single shirt I wear with it. Like the strap is just pilling every shirt. They
get those little tiny balls on your shirt.
Yeah, dude, the pilling.
Oh man, that's the worst.
It's such a bummer because it's a great. I can get 35 discs in there big. It's a big bag, but like every single shirt just has pilling now. I'm kind of bummed out.
Yep.
It's a bum. My buddy just got a pound, and now I'm like, do I need a fucking pound? I don't know. But we'll see. I think Cody's got. Oh, he just dipped out, but he has a really hot question I want to ask you.
Sure,
he's coming back a little bit. Who out of this never wins again? Philo, Germ, Sexton, Jen Allen, Kona Panis. Who never wins a top tournament again?
Kona Panis right out the gate.
You think so?
Yeah, for sure. Well, at least, dude, Kona. I mean, yeah, Kona Panis.
That's a bummer, man. She was. I did not expect her to have the year she had.
Will Slustrick and Eric McCabe have no chance to win again, right?
Maybe in the 40s.
Okay,
right?
so I have a kind of a thing about that. And Emacs, my boy too. I love Emac. He's a friend of mine, and so is Philo and all these guys, and Avery too. And the raw reality, they're a little older. You have a new breed. And that's just how it is, and they have to be at the top of their game since they last won a Worlds or a major tournament, and they haven't. So they're more like they're great players though.
Yeah,
they're so good. They're so good when you compare them to yourself, when you compare them to your local pros, your local area. Oh, these guys will come in and destroy us. Yeah, but these other top guys will come in and shoot a birdie on your entire fucking course.
The whole thing.
They will shoot a perfect round.
And if they don't get it, it's probably a poorly
blind if they wanted to. Blind. Some courses, people compared pros to their course, but some people's courses, they're not even top level caliber.
No, exactly.
Not even close. So they will come in and throw mid ranges and fucking shred your course. Shoot course record, and no one, even your local pro, would never touch it again.
No, not even close.
But in terms of like the when you have all these top female pro players, Kona's not going to even be in the top. No, she.
I think
she probably won't even come top 10.
Yeah, Cody made that list of things. That I would say the one that stands out to me as the outlier is I think Jen Allen wins another FPO, either Elite Series.
Jen
or
Allen's great too.
I think she'll get another one.
Yeah, Jen is she can crush.
Yeah,
dude. I think her and Evelina in Las Vegas are top 10.
Yeah, Jen just has to dial that putt in. She has the distance to get there. She just has to hit everything inside the circle. Yeah, for sure. I think Jen Allen can. Germ, you said German and
Germ could get something like Emporia or Vegas where it's playing against the wind and it's just keeping your head on your shoulders.
Germ has a nasty sidearm for sure. But like I said, dude, there's so much more talent now.
Yeah.
And I've said this a few times. There's going to be a day where disc golf people think, oh, disc golf's made it. And then some company comes out of nowhere, throws down $1 million for first place.
Yeah. No, we've always said that.
Guaranteed.
Our whole
Guaranteed
thing.
million.
Yeah.
And then some fucking kid that never played disc golf once practices for like 3 months and shreds everybody.
Jackie Chen shows up.
Yeah, some kid who's just some natural athlete that just comes out and just like, what? I'm here for the money, and just fucking destroys everybody.
It's the cart before the horse thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're like, who is this kid? And then they bounce. They might even not even come back. They just took the money and bounce out. Yeah. There's so much talent out there.
Like, I'm a professional. I'm going to be a professional pitcher or something, you know?
Yeah.
I just came to win this tournament.
Everyone's just used to the same talent.
Yeah.
Because that's all that we're exposed to.
Right.
We're exposed to the top 20 players, and everyone knows every single one of their names. Ricky, Paul, all the way down the line.
Yeah.
But
And
it's like
gonna be-
when you have 15 guys that who is this? And he's already on this ranking, and you're like,
Yeah.
what? It's because the money's there. They're there for the money.
And it's going to be exponential too, because you got to realize 10 years ago, we didn't have slow-mo in our pockets, right? So we couldn't break down form the way we used to break down form. We used to have these bad, crappy VHS camera angles. And so you're like, well, I think his elbow's right here. But now you've got like slow-mo of Paul Macbeth that you can watch in 120 or 240 frames per second. You know, the people who are going to get better are going to get better so fast that it's not going to look like the same game.
It's kind of like in boxing when they read their opponent and they watch their videos and they see, okay, this is how. Well, where's his weakness? Oh, his weakness is a sidearm, whatever they call that, forearm. These people like that. They're gonna have coaches, people that work on their diet, that are there for. They're people that chase money. That's all they do is chase money.
They talked about that like 10 years ago in ball golf, where like you're saying, it's a different game. People are watching what they eat. They're talking, they have a dietitianary, and most sports the past 20 years have just gotten to that point. Like, when
Donovan has a good point right there.
When I was playing soccer, we had a nutritionalist.
Yeah,
and that was 15. Oh shit. Never mind. How long? A long time ago.
How long did you play soccer for?
From like kid to, or in a league.
Like how many years of your life did you pour into soccer?
20
years.
20 years, and then I became a referee and poured another 5 years into it.
Did you ever think that you can what's the highest level of soccer that you thought you could play at the time with that experience?
I played professional. I got
professional.
Paid. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Do you think that you could make like a top 20 team?
I 1,000% not.
For 20 years.
1,000,000%. My top level was going to be barely make it into the MLS.
With 20 years under your belt.
Yep.
And that's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point.
But
people can pour so much time into it.
Going back to your point about athleticism versus working hard, I didn't work hard.
Okay. Well, then never mind.
I mean, there's that. Yeah. that's my disc golf game in a nutshell.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, though. You know what I mean? Like but there are some people that can pour 20 years in and work hard and still not even come in the top.
Lloyd Wema, Lloyd Wema was that guy. He was pouring money in.
Crazy, dude. I made a meme like that where it was from Pineapple Express. Remember what he was saying on the swing? He's like, my brain thinks I'm a great disc golf player, but my body doesn't.
Yeah.
There's some times where, honestly, I'll talk to my girl like, hey, let's go play this weekend. I'm gonna fucking smash, and you're all pumped. But when you get out there, you're like, oh, why does my ankle feel like? Oh, why's my wrist?
Yeah,
but because
it's too humid out here.
It's too much, and you have to be in that non-energy injury. Look at Ricky's wrist.
Oh, I know. And now he's out for
player, number one, number two in the world.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's like, now what? He just pulled out of Vegas and the All-Star little competition thing. What's next?
I was crazy to me that Ricky and Paul had that comment to Ricky in the press conference, and then Ricky dropped out. And I was like, dude, I know. I was like,
Paul is ruthless crusher in the head.
And he knows he can do it to Ricky all day. All he has to do is look at Ricky.
Nobody Paul has the mind like a steel trap. His mentality is the real 1,000 rated. Everyone else is 800 sub 900.
It's that Mamba mentality. It's that Kobe thing. It's that Jordan thing. It's that I am the best. You have
to crush everyone around you. But the thing I've seen Paul. I've been at De La one time, and Ricky was I think Ricky was leading the first round. I can't remember. This is when Paul set the course record at 16 or 17. Mm-hmm. This was, I think, maybe like 2015, 14, around there. I saw Paul and he threw, and then I was talking to my boys, and then Paul's walking up to me to say, what's up? And I turn around and he's like, "What's up, dude?" I was like, "Hey," and I gave him a hug. And I was like, "What's up, dude? How you doing?" He's like, "I got him shook, bro." I got him shook. And I was like, "I know, right?" Ricky was leading. But I'm shooting course record. And I got him shook. He's shook. And the way he's talking though, it's a different mindset.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I didn't even need to see what this guy's doing. I got him already.
It's a predator mindset.
Exactly, dude. He's stalking, and he's like, I didn't even got to see what you're doing. I know I'm not watching you. You're watching me.
Exactly.
And I'm in second place.
It's that game. I mean, that's part of the game.
Yeah.
The game within the game, you know.
It's like, oh, I see you peeking over the bushes to see what I'm doing because I'm getting every birdie right now. Yeah. And he was like, I got him shook, dog. I got him shook, murder. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, he's shook, bro. He's shook, murder. I was like, hey, good luck. He's like, I got it. And he walks away, shreds it, dude. Shreds it. Got him at like 6 or 7. And that's the mentality you got to have with your opponents.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
he's so quiet with everyone. He's quiet. Yeah, oh, whatever. Bang, bang, walks off. And they're just like sweating, trying to get their shit.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a different mentality.
Paul McBeth gets a little accused of being a little bit of a boring personality in the sport, but it's because he's just doing all this calculus under the radar that no one knows about. You know, he is doing a whole different thing, and you can't recognize it because you're not in his head.
It's not boring though.
It's not boring. No, not to him.
Silent fucking killer.
Yeah.
It has that. People are like, they want him to do the raptor legs. No one. He's not gonna do the raptor legs.
No, yeah.
He's not gonna do. But he does that sometimes. Like with Worlds, he hit that fucking massive putt on 17. And dude, it was huge.
He earns it.
That's because he was like, that's what he feels is a massive step forward to win a world championship. That was the world championships. Yes, it's Tiger-esque. Oh, that uppercut, dude.
Yeah.
But big putts where people are they're running over there, and Paul will be like, yeah, he gets it. Yeah. But sometimes he just walks up nonchalant because he's like, dude, I got this.
Yeah, I've done this 1,000 times. Yeah,
I've done this. This is another day at the office for me, and everyone else is going to cheer all hardcore for his par save. But I'm over here hitting eagles, and it's like, yeah, whatever. I'm over here taking chess moves, and you guys are playing checkers.
Yeah.
So that's the difference between Paul's mentality and the difference. The breed with Paul is different, dude. And so, like I said, he doesn't win everything. He's not going to be the best at everything, but he'll be the best at the majority of everything. Yeah.
All right, we need to wrap this up, but I want to know who's winning Worlds this year, MPO, FPO.
Nice.
MPO. I always have my gambles on Paul for sure. FPO, Chris and Tatar, dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tatar, like there's another thing about the Kona thing. If Tatar's there, Kona's not even in the top 10. Not even close. Yeah. Even with Kat's there, Jen, Olivia, they're all great players. Kona's good at driving, but her putting's worse than me. And and it's bad. But in terms of Tatar, no, I don't even think no one could touch her right now. Tatar, when I think this year you're gonna see from last year. Oh, dude, from last year it's gonna be do ice in her veins. She's already knows what she's going up against. She had to deal with the drama last year. She had to deal with all the competition. She knows how they play. It's over. Yeah. I think Tatar's she's beast for sure.
And she's gonna wait to come over till she wants to. She's gonna do everything at her own pace. On her own speed, and that's a big deal too. Especially when you're traveling.
If she shows up, everyone's playing for a second.
Yep, I think so too. Awesome, man. Hey, thanks for coming on, Mike. It's
anytime you guys want me on, man, I'm down. You just let me know.
Yeah, man. I don't know what
notice. Give me an hour notice. I'll be here.
Hour notice.
We might do it every other week then.
Yeah, let me know. John, I'm just coming to check up. I got some good news though. I will be posting soon. It'll be cool because I probably want to coordinate with you guys on some stuff. So
cool.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on.
And when you're ready to give away that big news, just hop on.
Absolutely, for sure. Yeah, we'll do that.
All right, cool.
Hell yeah, dude. Talk to you later, man.
You guys have a good night.
See you, Murder. Later. Oh yeah, Murder Mike. As always, we're back. Cody, we're back.
You gotta turn it off, bro.
What's up? We're still he's gone. We're still on.
Oh,
All right.
sorry. Oh,
Yeah, anyway.
Oh.
Cool,
love
man.
everybody. Bye.
Yeah, see you, buddy. Love you. All right, guys. Adam, Frolfcenter. We'll see you maybe next week, maybe in 2 weeks, maybe in a month. We haven't really decided what we're going to do here. So we'll see you soon. Love you guys.
Shoppers, can I get a fucking oh yeah? Thank you.